How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com, coming at you on Thursday, June 27th, as we get this video to you. Don't forget, I do have a live show today at 4 o'clock, so looking forward to that. I sent that text out to you for all of the YouTube Premium members, as well as the regular public members, about that live show at 4 o'clock, so I'm looking forward to that. But I hope you guys are doing well. Hello, I'm Indian Cowboy, and this is Doc Sports. The algorithms of Indian Cowboy have been around for 19 years. And Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. No big deal. And I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. Welcome to my free daily podcast. Our best selections over at docsports.com under Arun Shiva. Our next best selections are our free picks and leans, which is the daily video that you're watching right now. And we have a popular YouTube Premium teaching channel. And for $20 a month, we come at you on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we teach you how to do your own algorithms, and you get the first look on the next day's ball games, which is a massive advantage, as you get a 12-hour head start before everybody else, and you get 200 games off for just $20 a month. It's a recorded podcast, so you can re-listen to it anytime, and I give you a written summary at the end as well. The link to YouTube Premium is in the comment section, as well as a link to how to get your free $60 worth of premium selections. We try to do 5 shows a week extra, and if you want even more content, be sure to check my Twitter. It has our latest updates, hot takes on sports, popular consensus reports, and all of our latest videos are posted there. So what do I need to tell you? Well, we have a 7-unit WNBA selection today at 7 o'clock. Stoked about that. We won our last 7-unit selection with Seattle minus the 2. We had a great baseball winner yesterday, the Orioles minus the 1.5. They got it done 4-2 yesterday. That makes for back-to-back baseball winners, as we took the Orioles over the game before. And 8-unit selections this year have gone 8-0 this year. Just unbelievable. So join us for baseball. We had a nice 7-unit soccer winner yesterday, barely, but we did it. Turkey and I think Czechoslovakia over. Is it Czechoslovakia? Hold on a second. Turkey. These Eastern European countries change their names so much. Half the time it's like, however you want to say it. They have Czechia on, as it relates to the scores, but it was 2-1 final score, and the game went over 2.5. If I have some Eastern European friends, let me know what you call the country now, because it changes so often. The game went over the posted total. Having said that, Eastern Europe is a beautiful country. It's a beautiful location. We've got to try to vacation there at some point. 13-4 run in soccer for plus 2470. WNBA 7-unit selection at 7 o'clock today. Again, I told you that. MMA 7-unit selection tomorrow. We are plus 4,500 in the MMA this year. We had a great MMA card last week. We won on our 7-unit selection as well. So hopefully, we'll post another great 7-unit winner this week as well in MMA. And last week, if you're curious, it was on Chang Lee plus the 105 over Long. And hopefully we'll have the great MMA card this week. All right, let's get your free play winner today. Because we had a nice free play winner yesterday. I gave you the Twins, and they won easily 8-3. Today, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to go with Washington as the underdog in the WNBA. You can find that line around plus 10.5. I don't know if it's changed since then. It's still sticking around plus 10.5. Look, no one's giving Washington any chance here. Connecticut obviously comes in off back-to-back losses. I get it, but I still like Washington plus the 10.5, and here is why. They are 13-4, and yes, Connecticut's 13-4, and yes, Washington is 4-13. Basically, two teams that are the inverse of each other. Having said that, Connecticut beat this team by 17 and 7 points the last 2 times they played them. Connecticut is off back-to-back losses to Seattle and Vegas. I get that. Washington is 4-13, yes, but what if I told you they've won 4 out of their last 5 games? All 4 of their wins have come in the last 5 games, okay? So this team is on the tick upward, okay? And you got to look at these things. You cannot just look at a team at the straight-up record. Oh, they're 4-13, and this other team is 13-4. It's so obvious. If ifs, ands, and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. No, you got to look at the metrics recently, and the metrics recently is Washington has 4 wins, right? And out of the last 5 games. So you have to look into that. So yes, they do have 4 wins, but it comes over the last 5 games. So, the fact that, this team has beaten Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas twice. Samuelson is listed as questionable, but regardless if Samuelson plays for Washington or not, I still like Washington plus the 10.5. Even without her, they'll come together as a team to face probably one of the best teams in the league. So, remember, Washington was tied with Connecticut at the half at the last game, and they only shot 21% from three-point land, and they had, Connecticut had 12 more free throws than them last time. So I think being at home, they'll even out in the free throw margin. They'll shoot better than 21% at home as well. Give me Washington plus the 10.5. I also think this game, I understand Connecticut only had 61 points last game, so that's going to upset them, but you can't get me off Washington. Washington plus the 10.5 is my free play. I also like the Orioles run line again today. Texas lost 3 in a row coming in. This team This is a team that is 37-43. They had won 4 in a row prior to that. Baltimore did win 4-2 in their last game. They had lost 5 in a row prior to that. Gray and Burns here. Gray went 6 innings, 2 hits, and no runs against Kansas City. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs against Philadelphia. Corbin Burns went 7 innings, 5 hits, and 4 runs in his last game, off of a loss himself. Prior to that, 15 straight quality starts, one can argue. So he's coming off the worst start of the year. The guy had arguably 15 straight quality starts. Every start he's had this year, one can be argued as quality, except his last start. And I know Gray's coming off no earned runs in his last game for Texas. He could have a letdown. Give me Baltimore run line. Indiana and Seattle in the WNBA. I like the over there. Seattle won by 15 points last time early in the season. Seattle won by 2 points prior to that. 7-11 and 10-6 teams hooking up here. Indiana lost by 1 point to Chicago, and they had won 4 in a row prior to that. And honestly, Chicago had a ton more free throws than Indiana. So I think Indiana steps up here. Seattle's off of a huge win against Connecticut too. So I want to take Indiana, but the problem is that the public's on Indiana heavily. And maybe Seattle gets up to face Indiana as well. The over does make sense. Indiana being an active dog, and they were shorted a lot of free throws in their last game against Chicago. Chicago out free throwed them 2-1. Okay, so I think they're going to be able to score a lot of points here. And I think Seattle will play well because they've turned the ship here a little bit. And I like the over between those two teams. Yankees and Blue Jays, I like the under there. Yankees have lost 3 in a row coming in. They'll want to bounce back here. They've lost 2-12 to the Mets and 7-9 prior to that. Toronto ended their 7-game losing streak finally and won 9-4 against Boston. Rodon and Berrios here. Rodon went 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs against the Blue Jays last time out. He will be motivated. Season high 4 walks from as well. He also comes off a 3-inning, 11-hit, and 7-run game against Atlanta, so brutal game for him. Tough game, back-to-back non-quality starts as well. Berrios is also off back-to-back non-quality starts. It makes sense for an under there. Cincinnati and the Cards. I like the Reds as the underdog. Reds lost 5-9 and 1-6 their last 2 games. They're going to be motivated to avoid losing 3 in a row. They haven't lost 3 in a row since probably mid-May. Abbott and Mikola here. Abbott had a 3.4 ERA. Abbott 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs against Boston. Mikola off of a bit of a sketch start in his last start, but he got away with it and got a win. I don't think he gets as lucky here against the Cincinnati team that's going to be super hungry off back-to-back losses. And Cincinnati only had 4 hits yesterday as well. Give me the Reds. That is your free play video for today. Hope you guys do well. I'm going to have a live show for you at 4 Eastern. It's a recorded live show, and we get to hang out and talk, and I'll see you on the live show tonight as well at 10 o'clock. Indian Cow, I'm working hard for you every single day. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. And join us if you want to support the channel, buy our premium picks, and join us on our YouTube premium channel as well. Bye-bye.